they're
Listen,
happy.
dude, I'm done with it.
Dude, you've been done.
I'm still here.
For what? We'll see. Why? Because you just want to be a asshole.
You're right.
Then why the would you be in this competition,
I'm here.
Boneface?
Why do you look 50 and you're 24?
What? What did you say? Go yourself.
Would you rather have the brand new PS5 or a weekend with these three lovely ladies and you do anything you want with them?
Wait, anything with them?
Like anything.
A whole weekend?
A whole weekend.
Damn, but the PS5 though, like it just dropped.
I know.
Ah, damn, y'all beautiful though, but
Hold on, what'd you say?
PS5 or us?
Oh,
bro, y'all beautiful, but I had a PlayStation 4 for 4 years, but I need a PS5.
Oh, God.
My nigga.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
A win is a win. A win is a win. I don't care what y'all say. A win is a win.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
Lisa, come look at these headphones. I'm trying to ascertain if they're Bose or Beats by Dre. They're shaped like Bose.
Nation? Nick, what? Man, I'm saying this. You listen to Umar Johnson say, Jay, man, you stupid. Think about what they're saying. Dr. Umar Johnson be making up some shit now. It's already bad enough the boy called himself a doctor and we don't know what PhD he got. It's already bad enough the boy called himself a doctor and the man don't practice nowhere. Where in the office at? He the only doctor I know ain't got a doctor's office. I'm sick of this. No. Say, I challenge Dr. Umar to a duel. Yeah, I'm challenging you to a duel. Yeah, me and you meet somewhere in a town with 2 guns, stand back to back, walk 12 feet, and turn around.
You don't find that suspicious? 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 You don't find that suspicious?
Oh. Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Listen, dude, I'm done with it.
that all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and rammed.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Oh, yo. What's up, y'all? It's Cali West. I do thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. We got a couple brothers in the house. We got my boy XL Pro. He comes through. He says like, share, and subscribe. Cash App $ Cali West 1. You can also hit me up on x.com under Cali West Miami. So I appreciate everybody tuning in to New Jam City, y'all. Now, P. Francis come through. He says, did I make it on time? Yes, sir. He says, what up, chat? And then we got Kevin Hodges. He said, bet I'm in. Then, that's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't expect that many people to be in the live chat because we talk about something that's a little different. We talk about the Jack Reed. We talk about the Reacher actor. I think his name is Alan Richardson, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, he had a little bit of a situation with his neighbor. And we're gonna talk about it a little bit because I ain't gonna lie. I have heard another content creator actually talking about it, and he had a very, very different view of the situation. But I just thought it would be kind of interesting and cool that I'll just review it myself and discuss the whole situation. Because, we like to talk about things like this. And I must say, we don't want to give the assumption that it's only Black people who get into scuffles and trouble with their neighbors or whatnot. We're going to discuss this, from a red pill lens, so to speak. Now, with that being said, let me pull up the article because no cap, the media, they always try to put a spin on it. So I want to talk about it through the media aspect. Well, I want to talk about it from the media's first take on it. Because essentially, I guess the media found out about this through, I guess, maybe the actor. Not the actor, but the neighbor. Because he's the one who made the big deal about it, I guess, after the fact. So, yeah, let's talk about it. So, Alan Richardson. Let's see here. Where's the article? Yeah, because I think the neighbor, he's the one who shared it first. So, of course, I'm reading from Yahoo Entertainment, by the way, y'all. So, of course, it says, let's see here. Sorry. Okay, so of course it says on Sunday, Alan Richardson was wearing a body cam when he got onto his green Kawasaki and rode down through his Brentwood, Tennessee neighborhood with his two sons trailing on mini bikes behind him. By the end of the ride, his neighbor was on the ground with a suspected concussion, and Richardson had the whole thing on tape. Interesting. Now, of course, it says the first video clipped from a neighbor's window that went viral Sunday night showed the fight from across the street, and it looked so much like a Reacher scene that fans generally thought it was one. Goddamn.
Emotional damage.
Now, of course, the body cam footage published on Tuesday turns the same fight into the first-person action sequence. No longer a wide shot from a neighbor's window, but the view from inside the altercation itself, and somehow it looks more like an unreleased Reacher episode than the earlier viral clip ever did. They like stuff like this. Now it says what the camera caught. It says Richardson is cruising at about 22 miles per hour when Ronnie Teller steps off his property and plants himself in the middle of the street. Richardson gets off his bike and shoves Teller to the ground. Taylor gets up screaming, calling him fucking lunatic for riding through the neighborhood full of kids. Richardson asks if he's been drinking, tells him he should have run him over. Matter of fact, we got a little bit of video of it. So with that being said, let's share it. Well, TMZ has it, but then I'll also have it too. So you know what? Maybe I should just play it. Here we go, y'all.
Fucking kidding me, dude? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? What? Stand in front of a fucking bike again, dude. But doing what? You threatened my fucking safety, bro. Are you kidding me? I should knock you the fuck out of him. Go ahead, knock me out. You're going out. I've called the BPD. I've called them already because you've been driving around this fucking neighborhood like a fucking lunatic. Really, there's kids running around here. Go ahead. It's all happening. Go ahead. Are you drunk right now, bro? Go ahead. Are you drinking? Go ahead. Call the police. Out of your fucking mind, dude. Call the police. Look, I'll fucking knock you out, bro. All right? Yeah. All right. Call the police. Unbelievable, dude. Call the police. Why are you running this fucking lunatic? I should have run you over, dude. You did? You did? You're driving around like a fucking lunatic. There's a driving around like a fucking lunatic. I'm not driving, man. Stop driving. Fucking asshole. There's kids going on. Okay, go ahead. Get the Uber. Fucking move, dude. Move. Fucking out of your goddamn mind. Fucking stay down.
I apologize, y'all. It seems like we're having an audio issue. So let's just play it from x.com. That would probably be better, yeah? Yeah. My bad, y'all. What? There we go. Here we go again.
Are you kidding me, bro? What? Stand in front of a again, dude. You're doing what? You threatened my safety, bro. Are you kidding me? I should knock you the fuck out of him. Go ahead, knock me out. You're going out. I've called the BPD. I've called them already because you've been driving around this neighborhood like a lunatic. Really, there's kids running around here. Go ahead. It's all happening. Go ahead. Are you drunk right now, bro? Go ahead. Are you drinking? Go ahead. Call the police. Out of your mind, dude. Call the police. Look, knock you out, bro. All right? Yeah. All right. Call the police. Unbelievable, dude. Call the police. goddamn mind? Stay down. You stupid? Jesus Christ. On camera. By the way, all on camera. You're assaulting me is all on camera.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Look like mutual combat to me. What y'all think?
He ain't lying.
Let me read the comment section real quick. My boy Kevin Hodges says, yeah, I was just watching One Testicle reviews, and a video on this shit was wild. Yes, very, very wild. Then he says, yeah, well, that's what we know that channel as. We know that channel as One Testicle tutorials.
Emotional damage.
Yeah, man. But and then Pete Francis says, to be fair, he did tell him he wanted to be run over. He got what he asked for.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
He sure did get what he asked for. He sure did get what he asked for. Now, yo, like I said, I seen another content creator who said it, who brought this up. His name would not be mentioned. Is actually a content creator that, I actually do respect. But, you can respect somebody but still disagree with their opinion. So with that being said, he was insinuating that, I guess, matter of fact, let's get the whole story. Because see, the neighbor, he tried to act like he was innocent, right? He tried to act like he ain't do nothing wrong and this dude just beat him up, right? But the truth is that he brought it on himself. It's clear as day as he brought it on himself. But long story short is, yeah, if you think somebody's speeding through your neighborhood, you feel me? You're supposed to call the authorities. It is not up for you to go be the one who's trying to accost somebody or try to do a citizen's arrest or try to play good cop, bad cop with anybody. As a matter of fact, the reason why I bring that up is because he mentioned that, I guess, Alan Richardson was driving like that on Saturday, like the day before, right? And I guess he must have had exchanged words with him then or whatever, right? So basically, long story short is, this content creator is under the impression that Jack Reacher just being Reacher, Alan Richardson is just being a bully. And he basically made himself fall off the bike in front of the neighbor. He was insinuating that when a neighbor decided to go put his body in front of a motorcycle, right, that's moving, that's accelerating, he is under the impression that Jack Reacher flipped over the bike himself, because I don't know if y'all noticed, but when he tried to cut in front of the bike, he basically essentially jumped over it. He basically pressed on his front brake and, if you press on your front brake, yeah, you're more than likely the bike. If any of y'all rode motorcycles before, that's the thing too. If y'all ever rode a motorcycle before, because I rode motorcycles before. If you ever rode a motorcycle, everyone knows that the front brake is the primary brake that makes you stop as soon as possible. Then of course we have the rear brake, which just slows your bike down. As a matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, that's the same physics for a regular bicycle. If I'm not mistaken. Long story short is, anyone who drives a car knows this as well. If you race cars or you know your way about driving a car, everyone knows that the front brakes are bigger than the back brakes. Why? Because just like my boy Francis says, momentum. Okay, momentum, and because the weight is shifting to the front, you need more braking force for the front. The back just makes sure that you don't basically like stop on your head and and basically like spin out or anything like that, right? I mean, of course, anti-lock brakes help with that as well. But that's why most cars actually have. That's why most cars always have big front brakes, and the rear brakes are not as big because it's supposed to kind of compensate. That way the car stops evenly. That way you're not jerking in front every time you stop on your car, right? So when this guy decided he was going to put his body that could have got ran over flat, here's another too. A lot of people think a motorcycle would not injure and will not kill someone, will not delete someone. If you get hit by a bike, you get seriously injured. You and the person on the motorcycle. You feel me? Y'all both could get seriously injured. Now, with that being said, Alan Richardson stopped with his front brake, and he basically flipped over because this guy who he didn't expect to just jump out of nowhere came in front of him, right? But this content creator was basically saying that Alan Richardson did that deliberately. And I had to put some pushback on it. And I actually commented in this content creator's post, his video. And, for some reason, he ignored my message when I was trying to tell him, as a motorcycle rider, the front brake is the primary brake. And if you press on it because you're scared, yeah, you might stop from crashing into a wall, but that doesn't mean that you still won't fall, right? I don't see why Alan Richardson, a guy who has a popular TV series, he has a popular movie on Netflix, does his own stunts, will go and risk breaking a collarbone, breaking a hip, breaking his ankle, breaking a rib, or anything like that, just to go get back at his little punk ass neighbor. Like, I thought that was a stretch. And, as much as I respect the guy, I was definitely in the comment section disagreeing. Because anyone who rode a motorcycle, anyone who races cars know that the momentum is greater in the front. But when it comes, here's the thing. And the reason why I bring this up is because on a motorcycle, just like a bike, you have two brakes, right? On a car, you only have one. The reason why you don't tip over on a car is because both brakes brake in unison. But with a motorcycle, you don't. You have to basically press both. But if you're scared and you're like a weekend rider or somebody just get in front of you, yeah, you might not do the right thing and press both brakes. You might just press on the strongest brake. That way you don't crash. So, a lot of people, well, not a lot of people. This one content creator was saying that old boy did that on purpose. And I was like, nah. As a matter of fact, and then the guy said, well, why don't he show us the video from Saturday? Look, maybe he had video from Saturday. Maybe he didn't. Maybe he knew this. Maybe he knew. Look, read this. Whether Alan Richardson was right about speeding through the neighborhood on his motorcycle or not, I'm not gonna sit down here and debate that. Okay. Because like I said, the neighbor could have recorded him and gave the tape to the authorities, but he didn't. He decided he wanted to be the mayor of the smallest town, right? And he fucked around and found out that he wasn't. Now, Alan Richardson, this dude was probably doing some stupid shit like he did on Saturday. So guess what? He said, you know what? I'm just gonna have this on here to cover my ass. Remember, y'all, I always tell y'all here, cover your ass. And guess what? He did exactly that. And guess what? I don't care about what happened on Saturday. I don't care what happened the week before. The bottom line is that you clearly see the dude even shove him and be in his way and try to accost him. And at that point, Reacher reached out and got his ass.
Really him. You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
I could play the neighbor's video, but do we even really need to hear the neighbor's video? All you're gonna do is complain and talk about, all you're gonna do is cry, play the crying game. He was driving up and down the streets. Oh, you can look in the Ring cameras. He was speeding down my street. Oh, I paid $1 million for this home.
It can't be like this.
It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.
I even go, and it's funny because I guess the content creator even said that, well, if that guy was the same size as Alan Richardson, he wouldn't have did that. Possibly. And guess what? Possibly. I mean, think about it. Most people don't start fights when it's just a fair fight. But guess what? He didn't go looking for the fight. The smaller guy was looking for the fight. So guess what? He got his ass rolled the fuck over, bro.
He ain't lying.
It is what it is. So, like I said, I'm not going to sit down here and debate whether he should have been speeding through the neighborhood or not with his motorcycle. To be honest with you, I don't give a fuck. He should have called the police. He decided he was going to be his own police. And guess what? He got his ass rolled up by the War Machine.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
In fact, have y'all seen War Machine? It's on Netflix. I watched it. I thought it was cool. I mean, it was cool to watch. I don't want to spoil it for y'all if y'all haven't watched it. Have y'all seen it? I'm not gonna spoil it for y'all because I was gonna tell y'all what it's based off of, but I'm not gonna do y'all like that.
It's all bullshit. All of it.
I'm not gonna do y'all like that. I'm gonna let y'all watch it. Maybe I even put out a critique on that movie. Now, with that being said, we're gonna go on to some other shit that I usually don't discuss, but we're gonna discuss today. So there's this artist that I never really heard of until like literally a day ago. Okay, some chick named Chappelle Roan. Do y'all know who Chappelle Roan is? Essentially, she's I guess because I'm old now, she's a bit of a big deal, right? As a pop star, okay? But this chick, I think I don't know, she's like an actor / singer or whatever. She be at the Oscar type shit. But long story short is, she has a problem with the paparazzi, right? But it's kind of stupid having problems with the paparazzi. It's like, okay, if you're famous, why would you have a problem with paparazzis or fans coming at you? But here she go.
Answer questions. Just answer my questions for a second. If you saw a random woman on the street, would you yell at her from the car window? Would you harass her in public? Would you go up to a random lady and say, "Can I get a photo with you?" And she's like, "No." And then you get mad at this random lady? Would you be offended if she says no to your time because she has her own time? Would you stalk her family? Would you follow her around? Would you try to dissect her life and bully her online? This is a lady you don't know. And she doesn't know you at all. Would you assume that she's a good person? Assume she's a bad person? Would you assume everything you read about her online is true? I'm a random. You're a random. Just think about that for a second, okay?
You don't find that suspicious? 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 You don't.
Oh. Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Now, yo, Pete Francis says, nah, he didn't see it. Well, it's on Netflix. Go, just go watch it on Netflix. I'm sure you got a Netflix account. If not, watch it on NinjaFlix. You feel me? There's there's streaming software out there where you could see it. You dig? If you know what I mean. Now, this Chappelle Rome chick, man, she is off the chain just based off of that little information. As a matter of fact, I got to build this up a little bit, okay? There's even video of her, I guess, coming out and dealing with the paparazzi. Check this out.
I'm trying to go to dinner, and I've asked these people several times to get away from me.
Please step to the side. Step to the side.
This person I've asked several times to go away, and they will not. They're hiding their face because they're ashamed. Because I've asked them. These are all the people that are completely disregarding all of my boundaries.
My first time to see you, Chappelle.
So this is, then go away.
Happy to see you.
So all of you, I'm asking you kindly to please leave me alone
Yes.
and
Yes,
stop
sure.
following me and harassing me. Thank you.
What are you wearing,
No, I'm
Chappelle?
not gonna sign. Thank you.
Okay,
So
Chappelle, no
this
problem.
is
You
what
have your
it's
choice,
like
yeah.
If you're wondering how it is.
And what are you wearing?
Thank you.
Chappelle, you're a fashion icon.
Fashion
icon right now, Chappelle.
Bruh. Talk about entitled.
I'll quote a great Negro spiritual. Bitches ain't shit.
Yo. Like, what's crazy? We all know that Kanye West is not big on the paparazzi. But Kanye West don't even act like that. And Kanye West is Kanye West. Everybody from Texas to Timbuktu know who Kanye West is. And Kanye West, and even though we know Kanye, here's the thing, Kanye West is the type of person who would talk shit with the paparazzi, but then still would deal with the paparazzi. But she is just so smug, bruh. And I don't know if y'all noticed that. But dude, I guess the paparazzi was there to like take pictures of her and stuff. But then that was a fan. That was literally just a fan. The little dude, the little Reading Rainbow dude. He was just trying to get a damn autograph. And she snubbed him. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I really got a problem with people not signing autographs. Flavor Flav, I'm still mad at you for being at 163rd Street Mall in 1989, and you will not sign my autograph, bruh. I ain't forget about that.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Told me at 10 years old that he don't give autographs to me and my older brother. And then we watched him go on a talk show that night in Miami, sign autographs to little white kids.
Got to know exactly who you are.
Lord have mercy. We must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
I mean, granted, you know, they couldn't snub, I guess, their fans on video, but that's when I kind of realized that a lot of these rappers and these celebrities be faking, bro. They be faking. They be lying, bro.
It can't be like this. It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.
Anyway, now that I showed y'all that video of this piece of work, let me show you what else is on the menu. So that brings up the topic of tonight's discussion. And I don't know y'all know who this person is, but that's, of course, Chappelle Roan. Y'all should know that already. But Jorginho is a soccer star, and we all know who Jude Law is. Okay, so let me give you the backdrop. Okay, here's the article. So essentially, it says the security guard who allegedly made an 11-year-old girl cry for staring at pop star Chappelle Roan has accepted full responsibility. Right. Says the Pink Pony Club singer is facing criticism after being accused of ordering her security guard to berate a girl and her mother at a hotel in São Paulo, Brazil. The story came to light after the former Chelsea and Arsenal midfielder Jorginho took to social media last weekend to accuse the security guard of speaking in an extreme aggressive manner to his wife, Catherine Harding, and stepdaughter. Uh-oh.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And based off of my research, it appears that this Jorginho guy, this soccer player who plays like for Italy, is actually even a bigger star worldwide than this Chappelle Roan chick, bro.
This is a sick Negro.
It says Harding, who it is believed shares daughter with ex-partner and actor Jude Law. Yeah, look this. Y'all probably never heard of Chappelle Roan, but y'all definitely heard of Jude Law. You know, the dude who played Alfie and a whole bunch of other little films, bro. It says, has since supported her husband's depiction of the events, while the singer and security guard are sharing their own side of the story as well. So what really happened at São Paulo Hotel? ITV News explains. It says, how did the feud begin? Says Jorginho. Well, all right, here we go. Jorginho, who currently plays for Flamengo in Rio de Janeiro, said he had been staying at the same hotel as Roan and his wife and stepdaughter when the incident took place on Sunday. Uh-oh. Since the footballer said his stepdaughter was a big fan of the singer, I was looking forward to seeing her perform at Lollapalooza Festival in Brazil. Jorginho claimed that she recognized the singer at a nearby table at breakfast and smiled at her while walking past her table. He said the artist walked past their table. My daughter, like any child, got excited and just wanted to make sure that it was really her, he wrote. She simply walked past the singer's table, looked to confirm who it was, and went back to sit with her mom. What happened next was completely disappropriate, he wrote, going on. Roan's personal security had berated his wife and child, demanding they not disrespect or harass the pop star.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Emotional damage.
Now, he said he even added that he even said that he would file a complaint against them with the hotel. With my 11-year-old daughter was sitting there in tears. My daughter was extremely shaken and cried a lot. While Jorginho did say he understands the importance of boundaries, he finished with his post with a direct message to Chappelle Roan. He said, without your fans, you'll be nothing. And to the fans, she does not deserve your affection.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Now, we always talk about on this channel how, women generally do not have to be accountable for their actions. Well, check this out. Following the incident, Georgina said his family decided not to attend the concert Ron was playing at. Georgina's wife, Harding, said on social media that this was Ada's reaction yesterday to arriving to watch Sabrina Carpenter. Our daughter decided she did not want to go to the show tonight after how we were treated, so instead we had a girls' day shopping and then out to dinner. Thank you, everyone, for the kind messages. All is well.
Nasty bitch.
Went viral on social media as even led to politicians in Brazil getting involved. Following Georgina's post, the mayor of Rio de Janeiro wrote that he was banning the singer from Rio's Todo Mundo No Rio Music Festival, inviting the 11-year-old as a guest of honor instead. I mean, that is as long as I'm in charge of our city, the young lady Chappelle Roan would never perform at Todo Mundo No Rio. Oh!
Get to the chopper!
Georgina, your little one is already a guest of honor from the organization in May. There is no confirmed plans for Roan to perform at this festival, which was previously headlined by Lady Gaga, for which Shakira is set to take stage in May. Uh-oh. Oops. Now, let's see here. Let's play her side of the story. Not that y'all probably really care, because I'll just be honest with you. Based off of what I hear, this lady is a straight beach. You feel me? And I ain't talking about South Beach either. Straight beach. Let's see here. Because let's see here, Chappelle Roan response. Now, yeah, this might not do too good on the, on Facebook, but this is definitely gonna probably pop here on YouTube. Let's see here. I think this is it. Is it? Let's see. Which way did he go?
I didn't see this mother. I didn't see this daughter. I didn't see any of them. I just had breakfast at the hotel. No, she was like, no one bothered me. I had no issues.
No.
In my head, I was like, yeah, no one.
No. I don't want to hear someone else's take on it. I want to hear what she got to say about it, man. Oh, here we go. Y'all.
My half of the story of what happened today with a mother and child who were involved with a security guard who is not my personal security. I didn't even see a woman and a child. Like, no one came up to me. No one bothered me. Like, I was just sitting at breakfast in my hotel. I think these people were staying at the hotel as well. So the fact that, like, a security guard I did not ask the security guard to go up and talk to this mother and child. They did not come up to me. They weren't doing anything. It's unfair for security to just assume someone doesn't have good intentions when they have no reason to believe because there's no action even taken. Like, I do not hate people who are fans of my music. I do not hate children. Like, that is crazy. I'm sorry to the mother and child that someone was assuming something, that you would do something, and that if you felt uncomfortable, that makes me really sad. You did not deserve that. I'm just going to tell my half of the story of what happened today with a mother and child.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
Oh. Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
I can't believe you did this. I'm appalled. You ain't Paul. You a nigga that's still.
What kind of weak ass? First off, one, she didn't apologize. One, her empathy is whack as fuck. And two, she's talking about this, laying in the bed. Oh, I'm so sad, and I'm so sad what happened to the little girl and the mother. Yo, I mean, straight up and down, the damn wife and the daughter is damn near almost more famous than your ass. And you ain't even naming them by name, bruh.
Nasty bitch.
There's black women who don't take accountability, y'all. You know what I'm saying? These white women, they're the queens of not taking accountability. She said that the security guard was not her personal security guard, right?
I go to dinner.
But what's
and
this
I've
though?
asked
Hold
these
up.
people several times to get away from
Please
me.
step to the
This
side.
person-
Step to the side.
This person I
Hold up.
to go away and they will not. They're hiding their face because they're ashamed. Because I've asked them. These are all the people that are
that guy.
in this
Look.
relationship, completely disregarding all of my
My first time to see you,
boundaries.
Chappelle. It's my
So
first time
this
to see
is
you.
then go away.
Happy to see you.
So all of you, I'm asking you kindly to please leave me alone
Yes.
and
Yeah,
stop
sure.
following me,
Can you
and
give her
harassing
something
me.
nice? Then we go
Thank
home.
you.
What are you wearing,
No, I'm
Chappelle?
not gonna sign. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
Chappelle,
So
no
this
problem.
is
You
what
have your
it's like
choice, yeah.
If you're wondering how it is.
And what are you wearing?
Thank you.
Step to the side.
You're a fashion icon.
Fashion
icon right now.
Man, what's crazy is this person who claims that it's not her personal security guard is literally the same guy in the video, bro. It's literally the same guy her personal security guard who be always following her from town to town, from state to state. Supposedly, I think he used to be the security guard for Kim K. I think until I guess she supposedly quote unquote got robbed. But yeah, man. Woo. So yeah. So, it's kind of good to kind of talk about, a white woman for once instead of, talk about these NBs. You feel me? You feel me? Hey, sometimes you think, oh, okay, just going ahead and get a white girl, you're going to deal with less BS. But sometimes it is a different BS you didn't know about.
Thanks for all your help. Bye-bye, Tanja. Bye-bye.
Troopers, I appreciate y'all all for tuning in. Now, you definitely gotta watch out who y'all be flying out, y'all. You feel me?
I feel comfortable just laying up here and I can't.
Okay, you should thought about that before you came with me. You should thought about that before you invited me.
Okay, so cool.
The fuck you invite me for?
You
expected a pussy?
No, I'm gonna go to the
You invited me out of town to use about to get some pussy? You invited me out of town to use about to get some pussy? Okay.
I said I will do what I gotta do. But I'm not gonna feel comfortable just laying up here and I can't.
Okay, you should thought about that before you came with me. You should thought about that before you invited me.
Okay, so cool.
The fuck you invited me for?
You
expected a pussy?
No, I'm gonna go to the
You invited me out of town to use about to get some pussy? You invited me out of town to use about to get some pussy?
No. Look, let me just. You can smoke.
Go, just go, Chris. Just go. Get out my room.
Okay.
Get out my room.
Now you're talking like this. You doing like that, but I mean, I will go in a minute. Give me a moment to get myself together.
Get out of my room.
Oh, in here, you? What are you talking
Get out
about?
of my room.
Why are you doing like
Let's
this?
go nice somewhere else.
Run! Go! Get to the chopper!
Man, I'm not saying she's not attractive, but bruh, fly her out. I gotta got you 3 chicks about 15, 20 minutes from here. 3 chicks for the price of that hotel. And you didn't even have to fly her out, bruh. Man.
I quote a great Negro spiritual. Bitches ain't shit.
Yeah. It's definitely this computer right here. My boy, Miami Man 247, aka the Dade County back in the building. What up, Ninja? Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, man, we just kind of, just partying and bullshitting a little bit at the end. You feel me? We were discussing actor putting fisticuffs on his neighbor and all that. Just changing it up. You feel me? Putting a little twist on something. Now, yo, shout out to Charleston White. Talk about this trick game. Here we go.
It bring out who you are.
We say the same thing.
So if you was a trick before you was got money, get what? You gonna be a
what? Hold
mega
up.
trick.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
To give them confidence to be who they really want to be.
It bring out who you are.
We say the same thing.
So if you was a trick before you was got money, get what? You gonna be a mega trick. So nigga, I always want to play player Mac pimp trick.
You dig what I'm saying?
I always want to play player Mac pimp trick. Because that's what most niggas doing anyway. They ain't no real pimps.
Nah, bro, not now.
They player Mac trick pimp gigolo
Real talk.
/ freak.
I ain't never understood that.
I do. It's nature. It's nature. And you feel some kind of way when the bitch been gone with that good dick trick too long. Yeah. He done paid for 2 hours, but bitch been gone all night. Bitch, where you at, ho? Bitch, man, she like that.
It's personal now.
That good dick trick is a pimp's worst nightmare. That's why they put the no AA in her. That good dick nigga coming through, any a trick too, trying to rescue her and come back and come over here and give you the money and get mistreated. But the trick on the line, nigga. That's why pimps hate tricks.
Yeah, they do. They do, for real.
Man, the trick is every nigga's worst nightmare. Why? Because tricks have fun with hoes. Hoes love tricks. Everybody loves tricks. Because tricks don't do wrong.
He can't even get the bitch to do what the trick doing.
Tricks don't do wrong to people. Everybody fuck over the trick. That's why they call him a trick. We didn't have a trick ever done wrong. Everybody laugh at him, talk about him, get his money.
He just come pay his way.
He just come have fun on and trick on everybody.
For sure.
And everybody talk about him when he leave.
That is true though.
But what he done wrong? He just had a bunch of fun tricking, playing, and getting what he.
Shout out to Coach Greg Adams because he's actually mentioned that. He's been very big in this space, talking about this pimp game and talking about how it's really a fraud. You feel me? Because here's the thing. Let's dissect that. When the trick leaves, who is talking bad about the trick? You mean the hoe who got paid by the trick? And you mean the pimp who has to be in a cuck chair while his girlfriend is getting tapped out, bruh? They had the audacity to talk about the trick.
That all up in me at one time. Don't try to make me take all that dick at one time.
Slow and easy.
He said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. I would not rush all this dick up in you at one time. I'm going to take it easy on you. She said, okay, I think I can take it. So he laid down. The nigga rushed all that dick up in her.
Jammed it into there.
Jammed and round.
Like Jam City.
All kind of dick up in that girl at one time.
Dang.
And took her breath some more.
Let me get this straight. Yeah, hey, I'm telling you, people really got this game messed up, especially this pimp game shit. And this shit, pimp game was so 1970s, maybe 1990s. P. Francis says, he lame. He needs a free agent lifestyle and a JUCO on local streams. He definitely does, because if I was to even show y'all the rest of that story, it's really a ghetto story. Like the dude is talking about how, he always go to trips and stuff like that, and how he got it made, and how everybody know him. But it's like, okay, if everybody know you, what made you go and fly out this straggle-daggle? I'm sorry, you don't fly out straggle-daggles, bro. Straggle-daggles you can get locally. Harry Hines Boulevard, 27th Avenue, Biscayne Boulevard, Figueroa or Figueroa, which is the real saying of the word. You can find those in every little blade in the hood. You could go find that same chick at. So that's a fact, P. Francis. Miami man comes with a $10 super chat. He says JUCO tuition. My
nigga.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you. Oh, and by the way, P. Francis, I do want to also salute you for the super chat last night. You dig? I appreciate you, my G.
My nigga.
Yeah, man, I really appreciate the support, man. The support does help, man. Because YouTube pays me, once every month or whatever like that? And it's not really that much. So I really appreciate y'all putting into the collection plate, for real, for real. Now, Exo Pro did send me this video that I want to discuss, which is a contradiction to what
millionaires and
which is actually in contest of what Charleston White had to say. Here we go, y'all.
New millionaires and billionaires being created every day, self-made. And what an old ass nigga should be doing is encouraging a young pimp to do greater than that. Like, yeah, young pimping, you know what I mean? I'm sitting on about 500,000 right now, but that shit ain't really nothing though. Cause them young hoes that you got, if you lace them hoes accordingly and get them hoes to believe in themselves and believe in your pimping the way they supposed to, man, you can have that 500,000 in some months. All you got to do is pimp, and pimp big. See big so you can be big. This is what an old nigga supposed to be telling a young pimp. But these dudes be jealous. So they gonna try to mislead you. And they gonna try to make you feel less than. They gonna try to make themselves look and feel bigger at your expense. Don't let them do that. Stay within the spirit of pimping, man. Stay operating within the spirit of pimping. Something that they can't do. As long as you stay operating in the spirit of pimping, you got them whooped. They can't fuck with you. Twice your age, more money than you, more materials, better car, house, all of that. As long as you stay operating within the spirit of pimping, they cannot fuck with you. Because the shit they got going on, they didn't pimp for it. They made deals for it, hustled for it, drove limousines for it, got married for it, sold dope for it. You actually pimping for it. Don't listen to what them old niggas got to say, man. Hating on young pimping like that, man. Always talking about, these young niggas ain't this and these young niggas ain't that. Don't listen to them old niggas, man. Listen to veteran pimps that's gonna have you on fire about this game. Listen to veteran pimps that's gonna open your eyes and open your mind so that you can see bigger and be bigger. Listen to veteran pimps that's gonna have your mind on some big old shit. Listen to veteran pimps that want to see you accomplish things that they haven't accomplished. Because you're living in a world where in your youth, you can accomplish things that wasn't possible for them to accomplish in their youth. Because there's never been a greater time to accomplish certain things like it is right now. Yeah, listen to them pimps. It ain't that many of us. Yeah, listen to that though. Because that's what I want to see. I want to see a whole bunch of young millionaire pimps. I want to see a generation of young pimps where it's regular shit for a motherfucker to have $1 million stacked up a hodo. That's supposed to be regular shit, man. But you got these old niggas, they minds be so motherfucking microscopic and unpimpish, you know what I mean? They don't even want you to have it. They minds ain't even on that. So they can't even want that for you because they can't even see it for themselves. But the bottom line is, if you're going to be listening to some old motherfuckers, man, listen to somebody that's going to have you on fire about this game.
Oh. Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Oh, Coach Greg Adams mentions that he had an uncle who was in the pimp game. And he got about 50 years. I was not surprised when Coach Greg Adams mentioned that because a dude I know who was pimping, he got about 50 plus years as well, bruh. Like, that's actually the second time in my life I heard about a dude getting like 50 plus years on some pimping.
Emotional damage.
And not to be honest with you, one of the reasons why old boy, I guess, supposedly got the time that much time too, is because what they don't tell you about the ism or about that pimp game is that they be pimping underage participants.
This is a sick Negro.
Yeah, you think pimps is just going around putting game down on 30-year-old chicks and having them run the blade? No. So, yo, don't let this dude right here fool you, you feel me? Just because he might be in the Maybach. You know what I'm saying? You don't know how many times he had to go be, you know what I'm saying, in a pen with other dudes, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? A 23-hour lockdown. Look, any man who can make the money on his own, look, if you want to go take the chance and if it's an ego thing for you and you want to go be a pimp, go ahead. But guess what? When you in jail, you're gonna look, none of them hoes, all them hoes that you had, they're gonna be under somebody else's stable. And you're gonna be, you're gonna be up there with a cellmate, mad at the world. Any man who can make the money on himself, whether it's driving cars, plumbing, flooring, electrical work, construction, whether you sell stocks and bonds, if you can make it yourself and not depend on a woman, bruh, there's no man more alpha, more pimpish than a man who can make money on his own, bruh. And that's a fact.
He ain't lying.
Kevin Hodges says, now that is true, and some pimps are actually gay and effeminate. Wow, you know what? It's funny because we're coming to the conclusion now because we're into overtime, but it's funny that you mentioned that. Let's see if I can pull up this video that kind of talks about that. I've been meaning to send this to the coach as well, but let me just see. Do I have it? But it basically was talking about what you just said right now. Damn, let me see if I can find it. You know what? I really got to delete some of these files, man. Because somebody mentioned that recently, and for real, I need to really like all my little classics and things. I need to really put those in like separate files because somebody was talking about that recently, and what they said encapsulate everything that you just said, Kevin Hodges. Everything you just said. Where's it at? Damn. You know what's crazy? Right when I need something like that, that's when it's not gonna show up. But they'll even talk about like gay for the stay and all that. Damn, where is it at? Like that was such an impactful video. Because it was exposing that pimp game stuff, man. Because it's just a hype, man. You know how many people done went to jail behind this gang shit and this pimping shit when they could have just did some regular ass normie shit. Yeah, I said it. Some regular ass square ass shit. And they could have been 100% better off than themselves. What is this?
Analogy I've ever heard on power dynamics and understanding control was written by a pimp. This is Ice.
This is not it, but I'll play it.
You didn't think I meant me, did you? In his book, Pimp, he explains how control works. If one of his girls stepped out of line, he would beat her and then immediately draw her a bath, maybe give her some pills, and she'd be so grateful for the relief, she would forget who beat her in the first place. Now that trick, pun intended, is not just about tricking, it's about psychology. And once you see this pattern, you will start noticing it everywhere. Business, politics, relationships. So to everyone, do not forget who caused the pain that put you in your current situation. Now, I understand power dynamics, and sometimes you have to make a deal with the devil, but don't ever forget who put you in that situation, and don't let them convince you it's someone else's fault. And if you're wondering, yes, you absolutely should read that book because...
Yo.
That real shit, yo.
Butterfly in the sky.
Come on.
I can go twice as high.
Let's get it on.
Take a look,
nigga.
In a book,
my nigga.
Reading rainbow.
You think it's a game?
Bruh.
Can go anywhere.
Suck my
Am I
dick.
tripping?
Friends to know.
My nigga.
Ways to grow.
Nigga.
Reading rainbow.
Here we go
Like
again.
the person who we have actually
Same old shit.
kind of promoting how
Nigga.
you know the pimp dynamics.
This is the shit I be talking about.
Has to be a dude who was sweeter than Kool-Aid at a black woman's house.
What you really want?
No, excuse me. Oh. That's one thing I hate about having the air conditioner on, man. I can only take that Freon so much. I can tell you that Freon all day, like humans were not intended to be inhaling that stuff. I know Freon is technically a chemical, right? I mean, you don't breathe in the actual Freon, but the Freon is what makes it cold, artificially cold. Why am I telling y'all this? I don't know. Oh, that's because I'm looking for that video that Kevin Hodges. Oh, here we go, Kevin Hodges. Check this out. Here we go.
Man and the gangbanger are both the same entity. Let me give y'all the psychology on this shit. Yeah, one has.
Now, yo, man, you know what? I can't play that. I'll post it on Facebook though for you, Kevin Hodges, or maybe even send it to you. But I can't play that video because it's playing that game, and that's gonna mess up my video. So I'm glad I actually stopped it. But I'll send you that video. But I played that before. Sometimes what I do, sometimes I filter the videos, and sometimes I'll remove the music prior. I'll be forgetting, man. Kevin Hodges says, and in some cases, pimps do pimp themselves. I just don't know how common it is. Oh,
It can't be like this. It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.
You don't find that suspicious? 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 You don't find that suspicious?
I can't believe you did this. I'm appalled. You ain't Paul. You a nigga that steal.
Kevin Hodges. Yo. Well, it's funny you say that because CGA mentioned that the other day that there's a possibility that Malcolm X might have had during his pimping days, right? And maybe even in his after he left the Nation of Islam days as well, that he might have participated in some Fugazi activity. But he did. I don't know if you ever read the autobiography of Malcolm X, but in the autobiography of Malcolm X, he did mention his homeboy, right? Remember his homeboy? Because remember, they went to jail for pimping. They went for robbery and pimping. And essentially, Malcolm X did say that they used to do some strange things, like for, you know what I'm saying, for these rich white people and stuff like that. And he kind of mentioned that I think like his boy used to have to run a bath for this white man and stuff like that. But if you just kind of think in between the lines, no one's going to pay you just to go run them a bath. And basically, when usually people say their friend did something, even they name a friend by name, even if it's a real person, usually their friend is usually them. And basically, CGA insinuated that essentially he could have been referred to his own Fugazi activities, but of course he couldn't say it was him because it'll be looked at very, very, that could be basically cannon fodder for, the people who didn't like him, like the government and the Nation of Islam and stuff like that, right? But yes, like, this little history gets really, 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 really sketchy, bro. J Flow says, opening day. He said, Pete Francis says, in that book, Iceberg Slim would dress like a woman to trick and rob men. Ooh. You know what? Iceberg Slim actually had more than one book, right? If I'm not mistaken, he had more than one book. That's not Trick Baby, is it? I think I read Trick Baby, and I don't remember that, but Pete, this, I wouldn't doubt it. Look, I would not doubt it, bro. Jesus. Yo, man. Yo, think about it. Why do pimps, think about it. If you see some of those videos, why did some of those pimps used to be wearing pink and these little girly colors, or their hair was done like a girl? This is stuff that they learn from their single mothers. Think about it. Think about it. Why would a dude want Shirley Temples? As much as I have much respect, for Snoop Dogg, think about it. That all came from the fact that these guys were around single mothers, all the way down to when, the pimp used to, get his nails done and, certain outfits and stuff like that and flashy. Think about it. Girls like to be flashy. I mean, guys like to be flashy too, but we like to be flashy in a masculine way. But think about it, when these pimps were coming out with these high heel shoes and stuff like that. Think about it. That was definitely feminine, bruh. And just think about it. If your main game as a pimp, because think about it, I do believe that there are some dudes, like for example, I do believe there are some diehard pimps who really don't really give a fuck about the chick. She ain't talking shit. As a matter of fact, the trick is his best friend. A real pimp. A real pimp don't give a fuck about that chick. He don't give a damn about her. You feel me? But, you know what I'm saying? But just think about it. Like, for somebody who really only cares about their money, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it might be the woman doing all this stuff, but guess what? There's a possibility. Think about it. If he did not have any hoes, there's a possibility that he was selling himself, bruh. And when I say selling himself, yeah, we ain't talking about it in a good way either. We ain't talking about adjustment, because guess what? Women don't pay for they don't. I mean, you know, we ain't talking about no one-offs or no exceptions to the rule, but women don't pay for D. But you know what I'm saying? But a man will pay for what J Flow says. I'm not even gonna say that. Yeah, Kevin Hodges says, thank you, fam. Yeah, it's nothing, bro. And yep, J Flow said the rainbow gangsters. Definitely rainbow gangsters. Yo, a matter of fact, yo, you know what's funny? As you mentioned the rainbow gangsters, J Flow. I remember in like high school, I might have been in like the 9th or 10th grade. And this dude has a story to tell me, man. I ain't gonna say which gang it was, but he basically said his homeboy was crying about, you know, him being part of the gang. Because basically he said that these dudes was basically like, you know, basically like taking on the other members, bruh. Like jumping on these dudes, like, you know. Yeah, they was kind of thinking like, okay, it's gonna be on some, okay, we're gonna beat you up, you know, now you're part of the set, we're gonna be on some gangster stuff. But essentially, it was basically saying was the OGs was basically taking liberties out of the BGs, bro.
You don't find that suspicious?
This is a sick Negro.
Who are these niggas?
I cried laughing when I read it.
You know what I'm saying? like, we need to stay away from these niggas.
Now, yo, shout out to my boy J Flow. He says, salute to Cali West in the chat. I gave up the pimping for a wife like Sugar Free. Yo, salute J Flow. I appreciate it.
My nigga.
That's why, yo, we all need that. We all need the seminar.
I want to do it the right way and learn some of the unwritten rules.
That's why I was talking about the seminar, so that we can get players to come down there and bring their grievance, their problem, how to catch a hooker, what you do to be a boss player, what do I say to my wife when I decided that I wanted to be a true player and walk out on the family. We need a seminar so we can teach these guys, to give them the right understanding so they'll know, man.
Now that dude, Pimp Don Magic Wand, he's a for real pimp, bro. He's a for real pimp. But beat this. But I almost kind of feel like those for real pimps, they're kind of smart too, because I don't know if he still got hoes, but guess what? He was smart enough to make sure that he was able to monopolize on his image as well, bro. Now that's pimping, bro. For real, for real.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Bad, you know, I made sure I had to say the super chat. You know, I needed that like 4 flats on a Cadillac, needed new tires. J Flow said, why did Dog Pound put that in their skits? Oh, no, J Flow says pastel colors like Easter. Man, they was having all type of weird colors, bro. Definitely like, man, pastels and all, bro. Brothers was walking around with sequins on their clothes, on their suits, bro. He said, why did Dog Pound put that in their skits? Which one? Which part? Oh. Ooh. When Buddy came on talking about, hey, I'm from Bayside Gangsters, and where'd I get them tickets? Oh.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, that was kind of weird though, right? Like, it's the things that you kind of realize they kind of don't really add up, man.
I can go twice as high.
Let's get it on.
Take a look.
Like, even in them Biggie Small songs, F them in their what? and throw them over the bridge. We's a effing kidnapped kids. Welcome in there. Throw them over the bridge. Oh my God.
I'm reloaded.
Fire for that. Fire for that. Dude, Biggie Small said, girl, you look so good. Your daddy what? Who? Ninja what?
It can't be like this. It is this way, man. I'm sorry I exposed you to it, but it is. It's ugly, but it's necessary.
A lot of Fugazi stuff. A lot of Fugazi stuff, man. A lot of Fugazi shit, bro. He said, I'm learning the rules. Yeah, shit, me too. And J Flow said, them zesty skits. Right. Mm-hmm. Right, see? Wash your ass. Yeah. Call a timeout, bro. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. Shit. Man, yo. Hey. That's crazy, bro. Because if you think about it, if you could really kind of go through some of the stuff, like, for example, the whole sagging. Sagging comes from, well, the reason why sagging really comes from the fact that, you know, you can always have a belt, and when you don't have a belt, you're going to sag a little bit, right? But there is said, I still remember that I had an old white teacher come and tell me, oh, you know that started in jail, right? But think about it. If you think about it real tough, like, why did they start sagging out of nowhere? Think about it, like, I remember being a kid in Miami, and, you know, it was like if your pants was on your waist, like, if your pants were, you know, on your waist, they weren't comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. If you look at some of these, like, think about it. Even NWA wasn't even really sagging like that. But they did start kind of sagging a little more into the gangster rap, right? But just think about it. That really came out of prison, bruh. You know? Because one, in jail, you don't have, like, you know, well, I don't think you have access to actual belts like that, right? And then two, like, maybe they're sagging because, and here's another too. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of like, my pants kind of hang to like my hips or something like that sometimes. But my actual backside is never exposed. But it's like when these dudes be showing their own backside, bruh, that is some prison type ish. And that's insinuating, look, sagging is some jailhouse activity. Because think about it. Because here's the thing, I don't know if y'all know this, but even if your two Reading Rainbow inmates decide to have consensual, you know what? You know that's still against the law. So even if you're not raping somebody and like you're just like partaking in it, you could actually get more time with that as well, because you ain't supposed to be doing that. Is like, you know, jail is punishment. You're not supposed to be having fun, you know, whether it's consensual or not, right? So with that being said, the whole sagging thing kind of might correlate with that, because think about it. You're not only is the dude like showing off that, like, hey, he's showing off that he's like ready, but then you could literally like kind of like maybe take it from another man like easier that way. Like, he makes it available, bruh. And then, like, go figure, after you're done with the deed, just pull up your thing. Like you don't even have to pull up your pants. You just pull up your boxers, bro. Because, bruh, I hate even discussing that shit, bro. For real, man. That shit is fucking insane. But just think about it.
This is a sick Negro.
Sometimes when I be at work, you know, because I be having tools in my pocket and stuff like that. Sometimes I sag not because I want to. Sometimes I sag because, like, if you're an electrician or a handyman or a plumber, you're probably going to sag a little bit because of your tools. You have a tool belt, you got your cell phone, you got other little tools, you got probably supplies in your pocket. You're going to sag at times, right? But I catch myself even in those times kind of even pull my pants a little bit, bro. Like, bro. Kevin Hodges says, yeah, sagging goes back from Buck. Ooh. Kevin Hodges, he's just coming up with all the facts tonight, bro. Man. He says, yeah, sagging goes way back from Buck breaking back during slavery to prison in the streets. But that makes sense, too. That makes sense. Like, what's kind of crazy, too, like, if y'all really want to go there, like, it is known. Look, you know what's ironic? It's ironic that a man would take liberties out of another man just to show his dominance, you know, on the plantation, right? But what I thought about what was kind of weird is that the only way you could show dominance to a man to another man on a plantation? I would think that all you have to do to show dominance to another man on the plantation is basically like beat him up or something like that, you know, because you're the one who has all the power, right? But the fact that you want to go take liberties out that man in front of everyone, that sounds like somebody enjoying themselves. If you ask me, bro, that sounds like somebody enjoying themselves.
Emotional damage.
Stay with me for a second. I know it sounds weird, but stay with me for a second. Sound like someone who enjoyed themselves. Mind you, y'all do know that it was the Democrats who were the pro-slavers, right? Y'all do know that, right? Go figure. Fast forward, I don't know, 200, 300, 400 years later, who is the party that is big on the Reading Rainbow agenda? Isn't that the same people? Isn't that the same party who were buck-breaking black men on the plantations? Uh-oh.
You don't find that suspicious? 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 You don't.
But shh, don't tell nobody.
The same party that's pro Reading Rainbow basically were the same Southerners who had blacks in bondage. Not saying that, you know, the Republican whites didn't have, you know, saying slaves either, but it is the Democrats who were the pro-slavers. That is a known fact.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
And guess what? We do know that the Reading Rainbow agenda is a weapon. Think about it, it's a weapon. People just say, oh, let people just love whoever they want. And oh, let people love anyone who want. But guess what? As a society, I remember one time at my last job, at my old job, I remember this liberal white woman got mad at me because because there was this girl who used to be on our team, and she was like under 30, right? And this old white lady, she's like 60 plus, 70, like as old as my mama, telling, oh girl, she young and she have all the time in the world to do this and to do that. And you know what? And I said, look, you know what I said to that girl? I said to that chick, not girl, that woman. You know what I told that woman? I said, you know what? Look, you might seem like you got all the time in the world, but you really don't. I said, look, I said, if you want to have kids and have a family, you need to get on it now. And other lady, the old white lady got mad at me and she said, oh, you Trumper. How? So because I believe a young woman who's close to being 30, because guess what? Close to 30 is not very young at all, but it's younger than me, right? But it's not that young at all. But because I'm suggesting that if a girl wants a family and a husband, that she should just get started before she's like 50, 60 like you. And dude, these liberals, man, these liberal feminists, man, they really don't care if the population, they don't care if the birth rate goes low. They don't care if people are not having babies. They don't care. And the truth is, the reason why they don't mind people being reading Rainbow, especially the black community, is because they want to thin out the herd anyway. Think about it. If you made the choice to be reading Rainbow, you're literally weeding out your own race of people. Because guess what? If you decide to be that route, and just look, and here's another too. Adopting kids, letting them adopt kids doesn't do anything either. Because guess what? If they indoctrinate their own kids, those adopted kids are probably not going to have kids themselves. The same people who say it's okay to be reading Rainbow in their households, they explain to their kids the importance why they should not be. It's to the point that the powers that be, they might even take part of reading Rainbow activities themselves. But guess what? They know no matter what debaucherous, sickening things that they take part of, they know to ensure that their family continues on, they still have to live a heterosexual lifestyle.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Y'all too good to me. Y'all heard me talking shit about Reacher, Alan Richardson. Heard me talking about Jude Law's stepdaughter getting chewed out. Jude Law's daughter getting chewed out by this liberal Chappelle Ronan chick. So I appreciate y'all for listening tonight, man. Once again, thank you for tuning in to another New Jam City episode. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel if you're feeling this shit. And I appreciate the super chats. I appreciate all the love in the chat. I appreciate the participation. And I appreciate everybody in the RPG replay gang. Peace.